Hey everyone, this is Episode 120 here. This is going to be a new video of how our house almost caught fire because of this one outlet right here. This receptacle acted as the main power source for the entire house. This is a single phase 3-pole receptacle, and this is the plug that plugged into it, which was the main plug that was wired to the house, and it all just plugs in just like that. Everything you can see here, but as you can see here, this one terminal just got completely burned away at, and just like altered the shape of the rubber, and just got totally burned away. I know you can't see it that well; it's kind of blurry because the camera on my iPad, well, the video setting isn't the greatest, so that's why I took separate pictures, which you can see at the end of the video. This is the burned away part of the outlet itself, and it's really bad. And I'm surprised that this whole half right there still stayed, because this whole setting is like the place where the screw comes in and just clamps down on the wire. But yeah, and the whole story starts off at last night when I noticed that the light in my bedroom started flickering. This was at like 12:30 in the morning when I was about to get ready for bed, because I was just doing some late night browsing on my iPad on my DNR account when I was about to go to bed, when I noticed that the lights had been flickering a little bit in my bedroom. In the few hours before that, they would actually grow dim for like a few seconds and then go back to full brightness. They would go like off and on with that. And then soon enough, the light just completely went dead. And along with that light, the entire kitchen, as well as my sister's bedroom, which used to be the living room, but since we moved in, she pretty much took over the living room, and I have her room now. All those places in the house lost power because of this one prong right here. This is what brought power to those parts of the house, while this other half brought parts to the other half of the house, and the other parts of the house that still had power were the light in the hallway, the entire bathroom, and my step-grandfather's bedroom, which is the bedroom at the back of the house. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the master bedroom where my parents sleep, that lost power too, because this is what supplied them. And as you can see here, this is a like I said earlier, this is a single-phase 3-wire outlet, and how these usually work is that the terminal here and the terminal here, those are both the power in that bring power into the house, and each of those carry 125 volts, and combine those together, you get 250 volts, so that's where, and because of that, we can alternate between using 120 and 250, because of these two right here. Those both supply the total current and everything. Well, voltage anyways. And then this right here is the neutral, which balances out any of the uneven current, and it's also the return path from the house to the generator, or however we get power here. And then obviously this is ground, and everyone knows what ground does, just a safety protection matter, and under normal operating means, the ground actually doesn't conduct electricity. So it's pretty much just an extra wire that's there for safety purposes, and if a ground fault were to occur, all the current would literally be sent directly to the earth, down into the earth, where it's harmfully disposed of. But yeah, so ever since the ever since that whole incident, we were trying to figure out how half of our house could have lost power, and soon enough my stepdad, he ended up calling in an electrician, because even I didn't know how this could have happened, but it turns out that he knew exactly what it was. He went to the back of the trailer, ripped off one of the little covering panels to find this outlet, and it was already just completely burned away at, and everything. It was pretty bad. And this is what caused our house to almost go in flames, because when he found it, it was like still it was like still hot. It was like still smoking, but he was able to cut the power through the outlet, which cut power to the entire house and everything. So that was good. And luckily, he swapped out the outlet and the plug and everything with a replacement one and everything. So we have power back now, as you can see. So we were good there. And I'll take you over to the back where you can see how the whole thing was set up. So everyone, this is the outlet right here. I'm here out in the backyard of my trailer. And this is the outlet that, well, this is the replacement anyways, but this is the original setup of how we have power brought into our house. And so, as you can see here, the entire setup is just underground. The cord, the cable, or anyways, the conduit in this case, just comes up and the outlet is supposedly supposed to be constantly hot, and if we had to disconnect power to the entire house, we'd have two options. We could either just flip the main breaker or just unplug this right here, which will kill power to the entire house. And that's what the electrician had to do in this case. He unplugged the whole thing to find out that one of the contacts had been completely burned away and everything. But yeah, this is the entire setup, and as you can see here, the cord just goes over there, which goes into the house. And this whole setup is actually right under my step-grandfather's bedroom, so even he was lucky that the entire underside didn't actually catch fire or anything, because it could have been really bad. But he did recall saying that he did smell smoke or something that smelled like burning rubber and sulfur and whatnot, and he thought he was just smelling things, but it turns out, no, it actually happened. This entire outlet burned away. But as you can see here, this is the new setup. This isn't the original setup. So the electrician came, he put on this replacement plug, and he put it in a new receptacle and everything. I'm not going to unplug it because obviously the entire house, this will disconnect power to the entire house, and we have laundry going and everything, so. And obviously, like, we have people home, so obviously I'm not going to do that because I'll get in trouble for doing that. So yeah, so this is what the whole thing looks like. And yeah, so that's the story of how we nearly lost power, so hope you enjoyed this.